I was contacted by these guys. I guess it's Maono or Mono. They do microphones and they have a bunch on Amazon. They asked me if I wanted to review one and I said yes. I have this boom arm mic up here. It's an Audio Technica. It's like an AT220, I think it's called. So I'm going to do a quick review here of this here. This is a very expensive microphone. Just same idea, it comes on a boom arm and all that. I got it off of a friend locally. So we'll give that a try and we'll do a comparison between that mic there. And then I also have this here now. So yeah, hopefully this is nice because I actually want to use this. So you get your connector here, USB-C or USB-A, if I can get that off. I love these type of connectors here. It just makes your life way easier because you can switch between them. Let's check the length on this. That's actually going to be... Nope, that is 6 feet because it's my arm length and I am just about 6 feet, maybe slightly more. That's awesome. The silicone thing. The clamp for your desk. Yeah, it looks good. You would buy on Amazon. And you get all of this. You actually get like a little pop filter thingy too. This is pretty nice actually. You get your microphone there. It's pretty light, but that's okay. That doesn't mean it's bad. What's that there? Oh, that's your mic gain. So you can turn your volume up very easily. So if that's hooked up there, you can just quickly swip your volume like that. You get your headphone in. Nice clean little boom arm here. I like the white setup. Okay, so you just get that set in there. You get your little your tightener thing. So if you don't want it to turn, you can set it really tight so it won't rotate very much. Like that's pretty tight there. I'm just gonna leave it a little bit loose. Okay, we have that hooked up there, so I just basically stuck that on. You get your pivot there. What's this do here? Oh, so you can get it basically like pointing right at you. So if you want it to get a little bit closer, you could do something like that, which I do actually often. Need it to be a little bit closer. So that's probably how I'm gonna have mine set up. So I'm gonna go with USB-A on mine. So I'm gonna, twist tie this. This looks like it's adjustable, so if you don't like the orientation of it, like, if you want to rotate it, you can do that, which I'm going to do real quick because I want it to be rotated 1. So I'm just going to rotate mine by 1. So mine will be setting like that instead, as you can see there. Before it was, facing like that, so that the audio was basically coming straight out, and I'd have to be talking almost to the side here. I'm just going to rotate this basically by 1, and you can just set it up like that. So you just wire that back through, and then you've rotated your microphone. So you can see there I just rotated it by 1. So for me, this is basically going to be my filming orientation. Get that one out of there. So I'll basically be like this here. So you can see now, I'll bring that back a bit. So now when I swing this into me, the mic is going to be directly in my face. Okay, we're coming back because when I plugged it in, it got cool RGB. And obviously that's a big part of it. It has the cool RGB thing going on. And it actually changes. So we got our beautiful pink there, purple. Here's some other cool features that are included with this as well. So it has a mute on it. I'm actually using the microphone right now, so you may hear me through this. I'm going to hit this mute button. There's an RGB button, so you can turn off the RGB, make it red. What else can you do? Orange, off. I probably leave it off most of the time. Orange isn't bad, but I mean you can go through the colors however you want. It'll basically just do some rotations and that, but you can also mute it. So if you basically hold this, it's going to do noise cancellation or it's going to mute. So let's go in here. And then maybe my voice just came back, but I basically just muted myself and then continued talking. So we'll have to see. Okay, you can see here that they have this tool here. It's a noise canceling tool. And when you come in here, you can just basically download it. It's just video. That's the actual tool right there. And the nice thing about it is it's a standalone app. You don't actually install it. So when you launch it, it just launches. It's not going to install anything on your computer. And I think that's key for a lot of people. A lot of people don't like random crap installed on their computer. I think most people. So it's nice that it's just a portable app. You just launch it, you use it, and when you don't want it, you turn it off. So there's nothing installed on your computer, which seems kind of nice. When I installed it, it did like I guess a firmware update right away. It was in Mandarin at the time, but it's in English, and it did a firmware update on the microphone. It turned it off and then it turned it back on, and yeah, basically it gives us this here. And so we'll test out this noise canceling now. Okay, so you may hear this annoying sound in the background. It's like a fan. It's not a real fan. I just found a website with a fan, so I'm gonna turn this up slightly. Okay, it's a bit loud. We'll just have like a fan in the background like that. We'll see how well this works. So we have noise canceling off. Let's see if you can hear that in the first place. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn noise canceling on. I'm going to continue talking while I do this and see if there's any difference with noise canceling on there, and if you can, the fan goes away or whatever. And I'll just start to turn this up slightly with the fan in the background there. Continue to talk, 37, 49, 58, 89, 86, and 100. That's with the fan going and noise canceling on. We'll just turn that off really quick again and see if it makes a difference for the noise in the background. I'm going to turn it up slightly because it's going to get a little bit louder. And then maybe you can hear that. And then I'll just turn it right back on here again and see if that cuts it out there and if the fan noise becomes less annoying. I think this is the sweet spot here. You actually don't need to set this thing way up to like 100 because it actually starts to get really quiet and it cuts out almost too much. It's basically how aggressive the noise canceling is. So I guess if you were like, you know, in a party or something and there was just so much chaos going on, you'd want to turn it up. But honestly, you just basically turn it on and leave it at a really low setting. And it actually does seem to cut out pretty much all of the fan noise. Now it's test time where we're going to do a head-to-head between the Maono and an Audio Technica microphone to see which one sounds better or if they just sound equal. Okay, we're going to start with the Maono microphone here. It's about 1 foot in front of me here, basically just looking straight at it. I'll do a little reading example here and then I'll move around the microphones like that. So let's start with the reading example here. Being considerate and caring are important characteristics in a good friend. One of the most significant benefits of owning a dog is the example of true friendship that a dog provides. A dog gives unconditional love to its owner. A dog will not stop loving its owner because of a little anger, indifference, or neglect. But you shouldn't neglect your dogs. And then I'll move around the left side and talk like this and see if there's any type of spatial audio. I'll move around the right side of it and see if there's any muting or... All right, now I have the Audio Technica mic, which is in front of me right here. About the same distance here. I have a little bit of a different kind of pop filter thing, but I'll talk into this as well. So I'll do my reading test here again, and then I'll do the same move around as well. Being considerate and caring are important characteristics in a good friend. One of the most significant benefits of owning a dog is the example of true friendship that a dog provides. A dog gives an unconditional love to its owner. A dog will not stop loving its owner because of a little anger, indifference, or neglect. And I say once again, don't neglect your dogs. I'll move around to the left side here and continue talking, and then I'll move around to the right side here and continue talking. Okay, so let's see how they sound. You guys can decide, which one has the best sound, which one has the worst sound, whether it's worth it or not, but I will go over some of the prices of these items, and then I will look at, what comes with the item as well. And so you can decide, if they sound significantly different, maybe that's worth it, or if they sound very similar, then maybe it's just worth getting the cheaper one. So here's a look at the two microphones that I tested here. Here's the Maono. I have the white one down here, but you can see here, oh, it's pink. Okay, here's the white one. And you can see here that the item is $52.99 for the white one. This is just Amazon pricing. And then 5% off coupon. The black one, if you don't care about colors, is 10% off on that. So that's actually like $43, $44 there in USD. So that's, going to include everything that I showed in the video here. So you're looking at about $45. The Audio Technica here is the AT2020, same exact thing. And this one's $120. So basically not quite, but very close to being 3 times the price for the Audio Technica. Personally, I just listened to the audio again. I don't think there's really any difference. They do sound very slightly different. I don't actually know which one sounds better or worse. They basically sound very similar to me. I like the mute on the top of the Maono. It's actually really nice that I can just quickly pop that. I don't have to stop my recording. I can just quickly kill it off real quick. The RGB is not really my vibe, but I can see that streamers would really like the RGB on the Maono over here, especially that white one. I mean, it looks nice, definitely. But I do like the white aesthetic of it quite a bit. It looks really nice. So, it's up to you. You listen to the audio in there and think if the Audio Technica is worth 3 times the price of the Maono. I don't think so. I bought the Audio Technica locally used off of a buddy. And it's fine. It sounds good. But, if I was buying this myself, I would just buy the Maono. It's 3 times cheaper. And I kind of like the white model. But basically pay $45 and you're good to go. You have a boom arm. You have your microphone. You have the little pop filter. And you can set up pretty colors if you're a streamer especially. It'll actually look nice on camera as well. Versus my kind of half decrepit old AT2020. So there you go.